Hi guys, my name is Zenna. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to do a basic stage contour. Not an everyday contour makeup, but this is for stage specifically for a theater. Basically, I'm just going to break down how to do a pretty basic stage foundation and contour and show you some products that I think are really great for stage that you can get for cheap at any drugstore or Target, CVS, Walgreens, all of the above. Okay, so you definitely want to start off with a clean face. My skin is pretty dry right now, so I put on a moisturizer before as a skin prep. For my foundation, I'm using Maybelline's Dream Liquid Mousse. You can buy this at any CVS, Walgreens, Target. I'm using the color Nude Light because I'm pale. And I'm applying this with a makeup sponge. You can find these at any Walgreens, CVS, Target. Basically everything in this video you can find at any kind of drugstore. So for highlighter, two options that you can get at any store is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. There you go. And I get this lighter because as a highlight you want it to be lighter than your foundation color. And then this one also works great too, which is Maybelline's Master, there it is, Maybelline's Master Conceal. Both of these are great options for highlight. So I'm creating two triangles underneath my eyes. Now, to blend this in, you can either use your finger, you can use a sponge. I'm going to use a sponge right now.
Here we go.
Okay, next you're going to highlight straight down the nose and right in between the eyebrows. This part's kind of fun because you're like painting your face. And then I'm also going to get right on the chin area. And then right on the upper lip. Okay, and you're also going to highlight just a little bit on the eyes. Guys, this is especially for you since you most likely won't be wearing any eyeshadow. This is really going to make your eyes pop and open up. And I'm just using my finger to blend this out. And ladies, this will act actually almost like a primer for your eyeshadow that you'll be putting on later. So I'm going to show you two different ways to contour your face. One with a foundation or a cream and one with a powder contour. Both end up looking the same, it just depends on what you prefer. Buy a shade of foundation that is much darker than yours. I'm going to use a Maybelline, it's Fit Me foundation, and as you can tell it's a darker shade than my natural skin tone. So using my same sponge, or you can get a new one, I'm using the tip like this of my sponge to get some foundation right there because we're going to draw some lines. So first we're going to draw a line right underneath the cheekbone. The jawline. Right here in the skull. And right down the side of the nose. Gentlemen, you can also use this to slightly contour instead of eyeshadow on your eyes, and you can put some just a little bit on the outside of your eyes where your eyelid would fold, where your crease in your eye would happen. This is really basic contouring, but the whole point is to accentuate your bone structure. So now that I have my lines, I'm going to take this sponge, but a clean side, and I'm going to blend it down. go back and accentuate some of your lines, you can go back with your highlighter and right above the top of wherever you put a line, a contour line, you put a highlight line. Okay, so after you've put on all your cream, obviously I'm missing half of this side of my contour. I'm going to show you how to do that with powder. But if you put all cream foundation and cream contour, you need to set everything with the powder. This is going to make it so that it just doesn't move. In the Ben Nye kit, you've got the translucent powder. That's what I'm going to use for a setting powder, but you can also buy at a drugstore, you can buy NYX NYX, their HD powder. Their setting powder is great. So I'm using a brush to apply this. You can also use a powder puff, whatever you prefer. Okay, so another drugstore contouring option is this NYX contouring palette. Looks like this. It's got all different variations of contour colors and highlights. And for this, you definitely need a brush. e.l.f. has really good brushes. I use something that's like an angled brush like this. You can buy it at e.l.f. brand. You can buy it at Target or any drugstore. But any kind of angled brush works really, really well. But you're going to contour it all in the same areas that you did with the cream. And how I do the nose is I just kind of pinch it and go right down the side. So now to kind of blend this out, I'm taking the yellow color right here. And I'm gonna kind of blend out this color. Like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and even it out for the sake of this video. To me, honestly, using this is a lot easier than a cream contour. It's just quicker. See how much that washes out when I'm close to the light? It washes out at 10. Now, from back here, it looks like I have a lot of makeup on. Yes, because I'm not close to a light. On stage, this works great. Okay, so to complete kind of your base, you need blush. Guys, be very limited, guys as in men, be limited with the amount of blush that you put on, but you still need to put some on, sorry. e.l.f. has great blushes. Any blush you find that you like, use it. And I'm putting just some, just on the same brush that I used, just a little bit on the apple of my cheek. An apple is like when you scrunch your face up. See this? I've got really round cheeks so you can really see it, but just a little bit right there. And like I said, guys, men, don't do this too much. Women, you can kind of put a little bit more on. Just like that. Okay, guys, I'm almost done with you. Brows are very important, especially if they're light. If you have darker hair and you can already see your brows, then you're good. My hair is pretty dark, so if I were a guy and my brows looked like this, I don't think I would necessarily need to fill them in. But gentlemen, if you are blonde and you can hardly see your eyebrows, we need to see them from stage. So I'm using an eyeshadow, an actual brown eyeshadow, to fill in my brows. Guys, ladies, you can either use an eyeshadow, e.l.f. makes a good actual brow duo, with some kind of angled brush, and I think that if I'm not mistaken, it's like $4. It's really cheap. But make sure that you buy a color that matches your hair color. So I'm using a brown eyeshadow and an angled brush that has a little bit of a spoolie on the end to kind of brush out my eyebrows. This isn't necessary, but I like to do it because it puts them all in one place. I'm gonna add a little bit of a shape and an arch to my brow. Gentlemen, if you want to just brush over some powder on your eyebrow, that's okay. But as long as you've got your basic foundation, contouring, and blush, and brow if necessary, then you are good to go. I kind of just follow the natural shape that I've had in my brows. I've not gotten them done in a while, which is totally okay because thick eyebrows are in right now, am I right? And I am just outlining the shape of my brow right now. Right in between where the tip of your nose is and the end of your nostril. Right up is where your brow should start, and at the end of your nose is where your brow should end. Okay, as far as eyeshadow goes for stage, I always recommend using neutral colors like browns. Some examples are colors like this. This is a Too Faced palette, so it's a little bit more expensive and you can't find it at a drugstore. Or a palette like this. I like this Morphe palette. I think it's about 20 bucks online, but it has every color possible and it's awesome. So you want some kind of brown eyeshadow and a blending brush that looks kind of like this. I'm going to start with putting on just kind of a neutral color all over, like this light one. I'm going to put this all over my lid. And then for my crease, I'm going to just take this brown right here. It's this guy. I'm going to put this in my crease. So by keeping your lid light and your crease dark, it just highlights and contours the shape of your eye. Okay, so as far as basics go, this is the basic foundation and contouring and a little bit of eyeshadow needed for stage. Obviously this is going to vary depending on what show you are in, but this is kind of my go-to. All that you would have left to do is just some eyeliner and eyelashes, and it would complete the look. But I really hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to comment down below. I'd love to answer them. But yeah, I really hope that this was helpful. So thank you so much for watching.